Hi, this is Zach Meir from Zach's Traders Cafe with a look at some single stocks on Thursday, the 4th of August. Starting off with Associated British Foods, it looks as though we've got a rising formation here with this trend channel that can be drawn from the end of May, top of the channel heading up towards the £32 area, just above the 200-day moving average at 31.54. Break of the 50-day moving average at 27.94, and at least while above the 10-day line at 27.31, and this uptrend line from June. We're looking for that £32 plus target over the next 4 to 6 weeks. RSI pushed above the neutral 50 level as well, which is a leading indicator on positive momentum. And so definitely a situation worth looking at if you are of a bullish persuasion. Next up, Aggreko, which is going sharply the other way. Gap down through the 50-day moving average at 1201 pence. Initial target here, the 200-day line at £10.23, but only back below that, really suggesting that a lasting top is in place for the shares rather than just the one-day wonder on the downside that we've seen so far. Chance of support coming in there from an uptrend line drawn from the beginning of the year, which would then point to the shares being in a trend channel which should hold or could hold around the 200-day line. Next stock, Boohoo.com, which has been one of the most persistent movers to the upside over the last, since the start of the year, really. Can see that slow grind higher, persistent grind higher that we've had. Looking towards a target in the 80 pence region, which is a July resistance line projection from last year. And that target valid while there's no breakback below the 10-day moving average, currently at 66 pence. That 66 pence looks like the main support area for the shares at the moment, ahead of a possible end of September target as high as 80 pence. GKN, a stock which always threatens to give us a big move to the upside, so far hasn't quite done it. Still in a range between basically £2.50 and £3, but hopes are that we are going into a golden cross situation with the near-term moving averages now rising, and a golden cross between the 50 and 200-day moving averages over the next 2 to 4 weeks. The 50-day line, the blue line, the 200-day line, the black line there, and rising trend channel would point the shares up towards a £3.40 destination, while there's no breakback below the 50-day moving average at £2.78. It's good that we've seen the RSI remain above 50 for the best part of a month now, even on dips, so that is a constructive setup. Now we're looking at Next, which has been in the limelight in the wake of its latest update. It was suspected that we'd hit this resistance line, this one here rather, the June resistance line, around the £54 level, and the shares have done that, peaking out at 54.20. Probably want to see an end of day close above that level before assuming there'll be further upside towards £56, which was the old June resistance. At this stage, though, only back below the 50-day moving average at 51.35 on an end-of-day close basis questions the recovery argument at Next. Rio, another company updating this week and struggling to hold on to its uptrend line from June, but so far just about doing it. While we remain above that line at around the £24 level, we could still head as high as that resistance line from May up to £27.50. Otherwise, it's probably an obvious idea to retest the former late July support around the 22.98 level before further upside may be seen. Finishing off with William Hill. Here we had that gap up through the 200-day moving average of £3.37 on possible M&A moves. Shares have come back to retrace that gap and in fact fill it. But there is a chance now with an uptrend line from the beginning of last month holding at £2.92 that the shares could go on to retest that £3.50, £3.53 rather, peak of last month within a rising trend channel from the end of June. Those who are not so sure of the upside scenario maybe want to wait for an end of day close above the 10-day moving average at 314 before assuming a £3.50 plus target. But at this stage, only back below the 50-day average of £2.88 outright bearish. That's it from me. More updates at the same time tomorrow.